Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk faster, faster, faster. Gotta talk fast.
Little STD to get the show on the road.
What?
Welcome to an oral review of Archie comics Sonic the Hedgehog, reminding you that International Workers' Day, or May Day, started here in Chicago. In 1886, at the height of the Gilded Age, the American Federation of Labor called for a national general strike on May 1st. 3 days later, on May 4th, a bomb was thrown by an unknown assailant into a police line at Haymarket Square, Chicago. The detonation murked 7 cops and caused the police to open fire on the demonstrators, killing at least 4 and wounding others. 8 anarchists were indicted on conspiracy charges for potentially building the bomb. Only 2 were actually at Haymarket at the time, and no one was charged with throwing the explosive. 7 of the 8 were executed. Fuck, man. Sorry. I wasn't expecting to read. That sucks. 7 of the 8 were executed. The trial was a circus with the presumption of guilt emanating. With a presumption of guilt emanating from the judge and jury, among many others, that would trigger a mistrial today. Would it? Would it actually trigger a mistrial today?
I think so, just because shit was so crazy back then. And we have like the ACLU now and like cameras.
And cameras. I don't even know if they help. The whole thing, now known as Haymarket Affair, caused such a stir among the left that a Haymarket Martyrs Monument was built, and leftists to this day still celebrate May 1st across the world as a labor tradition. It is, to many, the holiday of the left. Where's the monument? It's
in a cemetery. I forget where exactly.
I just know I see it on the highway driving, and I'm like, that's nowhere near Haymarket. So that always just confused me.
Yeah, I believe the Martyrs Monument is at a cemetery. I forget where. The actual square, Haymarket Square, which still exists today, it's near the Loop. I think it's either in the Loop or in Westtown.
It's in West.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good drinking spot.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and there is a separate monument at the exact site where the horse cart was, where a speech was given, and then after that, the bomb went off. Yeah.
All right.
So we are recording this. This is a monumental day, Nick. This is the first episode of
Gotta Talk Fast. We're deleting everything. We're like, you know what? This is where the real story starts. We don't need everything else. Everything else is just filler, man.
We can call that season 0.
Season 0.
This is the first episode of the second generation of Bobby Schroeder's reading order called The Freedom Fight. And this appears to be more of like a mainline thing where we've set up these characters now and you have the general vibe of all of them. And what I'm assuming, based off what we've read in this first issue of this section, is that it's going to be more
shit's about to get real.
Classic adventures
from what I can tell. Chili dogs are back.
Yeah. And also today is also May Day, which is why I wrote that. I recently came back from protests that happened in Chicago, came from Union Park.
I thought that was tomorrow.
No, today's May 1st. Today is May Day.
I don't know what time, man. I don't get it.
So yeah, today's May 1st. You're good. That's it. Follow my Instagram for more.
If you think about it, because time is an illusion, every day is May 1st.
That is a chant that was said, is every day is May Day. Yeah. Because it's a union thing. So every day should be worker conscious. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
Okay. We are reading. This is our first time back in a while.
We are kind of out of the, we'll say,
the usual.
Yeah. I haven't seen Dominic in months.
Like physically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. And we're not going out drinking tonight, unfortunately. So it in our honor.
Or are we going to Haymarket Square and getting shit-faced?
I mean, that'd be pretty fun. Actually, I do wonder if like shit happens at Haymarket Square on May Day.
It seems like we need to investigate.
We need to start that tradition. I still have my press badge.
Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we are reading, but first we're reading.
Oh, yeah, Sonic issue number 30.
Issue number 30, released in October of 1995, published in January of 1996. The Return of Uncle Chuck, Part 1. This is a big one for us. Script by Angelo De Cesare and penciled by Art Mahwini. We open on a dream, a life unfulfilled. One where true happiness could exist if Robotnik never entered Sonic's life. Sonic is sitting in the shade, sun shining, surrounded by chili dogs. Surround doesn't do the description justice. Sonic is sitting on a mountain of chili dogs. In this dream world, Sonic has put on a little pudge. Round, very egg-shaped. Uncle Chuck is off in the distance, bringing a wheelbarrow full of chili dogs, one could only assume to satiate Sonic's hunger, because with no Robotnik, Sonic could rule Mobius with an iron fist.
Am I wrong?
I mean, maybe. Oh, you're drawing like an Eggman. You're drawing like a Robotnik parallel. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I can only imagine that Uncle Chuck tries to keep Sonic in a food coma for the sake of the world. So is this like an Evangelion type?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Since it's been a long time since we've discussed him, Uncle Chuck is Sonic's uncle. He looks just like Sonic, but with bushy white eyebrows and a white mustache. Sonic awakens from the dream, saddened in his lack of chili dogs and world domination. That last one's implied, by the way. Saddened in his lack of chili dogs and world domination. Sally walks up and Sonic starts reminiscing of the world before, the days before Robotnik, when all Mobians were happy and free. Sonic thinks back to Uncle Chuck's chili dog stand. Then his mind wanders to darker memories. He's reminded of the fact that Uncle Chuck has been roboticized. He confides in Sally. I swore I'd find a way to save Uncle Chuck from being just another mindless slave, but I've punked out. Big time. You'll get him back, Sonic, someday. I know, Sal, but I still miss him. And his killer chili dogs. The thing is, he's probably helping Robotnik plan our destruction as we speak. If Sonic only knew how right he was. We cut to Robotnik's headquarters. Robotnik and Snively are standing in front of the trans-dimensional transporter. The device that was used by Robotnik to make Sally trans. No, by Robotnik to imprison Sally's father, King Eggcorn. A lot of trans rights at the May Day March, so that's awesome. The transdimensional transporter, the device that was used by Robotnik to imprison Sally's father, King Eggcorn. This device looks like a giant television with a small computer at the bottom. The device has been faulty, but Robotnik has repaired it and needs a test subject. Robotnik decides that the robot of Uncle Chuck is the perfect specimen to use. Snively quips back that the Uncle Chuck unit is the most efficient bot they have. Robotnik argues back and says that if he does not obey, he'll roboticize Snively. Snively sheepishly swaggers over to the transdimensional transporter to run some tests. Very good use of alliteration. Very good use. I'm proud of you, Nick. Mm-hmm. Well done. Imbecile! Why are you running a test of a test? He rushes over to Snively and pushes him aside. I'll do it myself. Robotnik activates the transdimensional transporter, but something is wrong. An energy envelops Robotnik. Soon he is a trans woman. No, soon he is sucked into the... I'll never not make that joke. That joke is too good. Anytime they put transporter, transdimensional, anything. Oh my God. Soon he is sucked into the transporter. Snively is now all alone. He calls out for Robotnik. A voice booms over the monitor. I'm here, Snively, in the void. It seems that there was a little accident, but that doesn't matter since you can bring me back. Do it now. Not so fast, Robotnik. For years I've done your bidding, while you've treated me like the toxic waste on your toothbrush. I've watched your feeble attempts to capture Sonic and the Freedom Fighters, knowing that I, Snively, could do better. Well, now it's my turn. You can stay in that void forever while I show you how to crush a rebellion. Ta-ta! Snively walks off with Robotnik calling his name from the void. However, the bungle test has had another unseen side effect. We see a roboticized Uncle Chuck laying on the ground, dazed, asking what happened and where he is. End of part 1.
First off, I want to congratulate you on that ta-ta.
Oh, yes.
Perfect delivery.
Thank you.
No, I just find it really, really, really funny that Sonic is having like one of the most emotional moments we've ever seen from him to Sally. And he's like, I punked out big time.
It just goes to show he's not just putting on airs. That's really how he talks.
Yeah, he's kind of an idiot in a way that I'm pretty into. Like, who says that?
Well, he's saying it in anger. He's saying it in anger, right? In that specific panel, it's anger.
No, I think this is the most
frustration. Yeah,
I think. How can I word this? I think he's putting on a show. And like he doesn't know how to express himself.
Oh.
And so he is still putting on this like strong act as like, yeah, I punked out big time.
Okay, that's a good interpretation.
But because like no one being really vulnerable would say something like that, right? So it's him trying to put on this like I'm cool macho guy while still trying to say something sincere.
Yeah.
And like he's crying out, man. Mm-hmm. He's fucking crying out. He's like, I miss my Uncle Chuck. I miss chili dogs. And that is all we know about Uncle Chuck.
Yeah.
In fact, you could probably argue he just misses chili dogs. But yeah, I think this is him putting on like this cool guy facade while still trying to be vulnerable.
Because in that next panel, he's very like contemplative.
Exactly.
His brain is still developing. He's at the age where his brain is still developing. He's at most his early 20s.
I don't know. How old do hedgehogs live to?
Okay, so that we can't apply that at all to this.
I'm just saying.
I don't fucking know.
He could be like an old man.
No. So in the logic of the world,
he's 16. He's 16.
We agreed. We talked about in the Tails miniseries just previously, that Tails is actually older than 4. He's 10.
He's 10.
We can't go by the fandom wiki.
Apparently, because the fandom one said 4.
Yeah, fandom can fuck itself.
That too. Yeah, fandom fucking sucks.
Yeah. We've talked about this. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was that site that we talked about.
Oh, okay.
Until the giant bomb stuff happened, and then you were talking about it earlier today, and it like connected.
Anyway, that's an off-screen conversation. Yeah, this is in terms of Sonic. I really like that angle. I was taking it at face value, but that's cool. Yeah,
that's what you get with Ritalin, Nick. He's insightful.
He has emotions.
Yeah, I'm able to dissect things.
Real quick, can we go over why they made this transdimensional whatever the fuck?
So we don't know why.
Yeah, what?
We don't know. I think this was just kind of thrown. I wonder if this is actually a holdover from the TV show. And if
they can't keep doing that, it's so annoying.
Well, luckily for you, the TV show only lasts for like 2 years.
Okay,
so it's probably close to finishing if it didn't already finish.
Still, they need to re-explain it. At least a throwaway bubble about like talking about how why they're using
why they built
it. Just why they built it.
I don't remember.
Go up.
No. What I was gonna say is I don't think they explain it.
But
I think there was just a throwaway line that was just like, and yeah, King Acorn's in the void. I think this is like them explaining the void.
We can imply, which we shouldn't, but we can. It's like the Phantom Zone from Superman.
Yeah, sure.
So instead of a physical prison,
I actually almost made that analogy in the script, and I decided not to.
Okay. I remember Phantom Zone because I called it the Forbidden Zone, and you called me out on it, and we have it recorded, and it's a clip now. So
Back when we used to make clips.
Back when we used to make clips. We can do those again. You can do those again.
Yeah, that's why we haven't made clips.
Okay.
Before we continue, how are we liking Snively as a saying "fuck you, man" to the man?
I'm cool with it because they have been hinting at it this whole time. He's constant in many issues prior. He's been making side comments. That same gag of he makes a comment, Robotnik goes, "What?" And then he goes, "Oh, nothing." And then he does he disguises what he just said as something else. And now he can just go mask off, and it's completely. He's telling him, "Fuck you." He as a worker, he is rising up. No, to do more evil. No,
yeah.
Honestly, if anything, this is like a situation where what happened if Hitler had gotten assassinated during the July 20th plot. I think right, July 20th, and it's who would have taken over. In that case, it probably
is that the one with Tom Cruise?
That is Valkyrie. Yes.
Yeah. In that case, Tom Cruise would have taken over.
I actually forget, but there's okay. Do we have time for this tangent? Okay, there's another mod.
Who cares, man? This episode's already kind of fucked.
We don't have emails, right? We don't have emails today?
No.
There's a great mod for Hearts of Iron 4. No, fuck it. I'm not going to do it.
You've already said it. You need to say it.
There's a great mod for Hearts of Iron 4 called... what's it called?
That's why you didn't want to say it, because you don't remember it.
I know everything about it but the name. The New Order. TNO, The New Order. And it's alternate history where... a classic alternate history where Hitler wins. And the... Classic. So the world is split into a tripolar world with Nazi Germany, Empire of Japan, and the United States as the last bastion of the free world. But one of the early events that happens in the game is Hitler dies and there's a civil war, or I think now they keep changing because it's a mod. They keep changing the lore. It's like an internal struggle over who takes over once Hitler dies, because literally they never planned for it, and it's like.
That seems like something they should have planned for.
But that's what happens with fascism, is that what the fuck, even happening now with Trump. It's who takes over once Trump
Well, that's, we don't have to get into that tangent.
Yeah.
But also, finishes his term. But it's very funny to me, the direction things have gone, in the sense that I think people will only follow Trump.
Yeah.
And so when if JD Vance was ever in charge or anyone else, everyone's gonna be like, who the fuck is this? What's happening here?
Yeah. I forget where I was going with. Oh yes. Just there's no successor. And so same thing with Robotnik. It's who's the successor? Technically it's gonna be Snively, because even though there's no official succession, there definitely isn't an official succession, because Robotnik's gonna live forever. Based off of his, from his point of view. I think
personally.
Yeah. We're speculating, but yeah.
The successor would be Crabmeat.
Okay, so that's just like the mod, just like the Hearts of Iron mod.
Crabmeat is the successor for Hitler?
Crabmeat or Snively.
Or coconuts.
Or Scratch and Grounder, because it was a 4-way, civil war between the factions.
Who would you support?
So in Germany or in Mobius?
In Mobius.
Okay. So I thought it was if I was a German, who would I support? Yeah. But anyway, obviously the solution is to shoot all of them because they're Nazis. But I guess it would. I feel like Snively is too. If I am a bot, right, and I have free will to decide who am I going to throw my support behind in the Civil War. It's so tough because they're all stupid. I guess, it would have to be Snively. He's the best option out of.
You would choose Snively over fucking Crabmeat?
What does Crabmeat have going for him?
He's the coolest out of all of the guys. Come on, he's chill as fuck. Half the panels he looks high. The only reason Crabmeat has a bad rep is because of the pressure that is put onto him from society. If you put Crabmeat in charge of society, things will get pretty fucking chill. pretty fucking fast. That's all I'm going to say.
He would be the Albert Speer of the group.
That my thoughts exactly.
He's the moderate reformer, still a Nazi, but if he wins the Civil War in the Hearts of Iron mod, then he becomes a more moderate reformer who slowly, extremely slowly, and still a fucking Nazi, lightens up the mood in Germany. Let's say that.
Lightens up the mood.
And he tries to have a détente between the other two powers. So that's like best case scenario for Germany is him. And I guess, because Crabmeat he lacks the maliciousness and he winds up being a moderate reformer. Okay, I can see that. Snively has that ambition, but that's still a lot of evil.
Yeah, I out of all of the bots we've seen so far, Crabmeat seems like the least evil.
You've convinced me. Also, if someone tries to assassinate him, he'll just print out another one.
Well, also, the real answer is obviously Robotnik has his consciousness backed up and
he'll never
go into another robot. Come on, let's be real here.
Obviously, so the meta reason why he'll never die is because they need a villain. But the in-universe reason why he'll never die is because he's so much of an egomaniac.
Yeah.
And he has the technology. He can never die. He's got redundancies on redundancies. He should.
Normally, I do a better job of trying to keep us on track. I think it's just I haven't seen Dominic in a while.
That's literally what it is. I'm so excited to see you again and talk.
Aww.
The Return of Uncle Chuck Part 2. We open on Robotropolis, where Sonic sits at the ruins of what was once Uncle Chuck's chili dog stand. He sits, sulking. Oh man, I just gotta find a way to get Uncle Chuck back. I just gotta.
I gotta think full like Tom Selleck mustache here. Hugh Jackman.
What the fuck? No, that's Australian.
At this point, I think everyone's Australian.
There was a lot of Australian. Yeah, recently. How about a chili dog for my favorite nephew?
I want to remind you that Uncle Chuck will probably be in a lot of the upcoming issues. Is that what you want to commit to?
Okay, I'll do it better.
No, you don't have to do it better. I'm just saying, is that something you want to commit to?
Do you like it? No, you didn't like it. It could be better.
Hey man, I'm not the artist.
You could like it more.
I can like a lot of things more. Okay, a lot of my life is just saying that's enough. That's good enough.
How about a chili? Crabbone. That's Pecos Hank. Every time Uncle Chuck shows up, I talk about Pecos Hank from not Pecos Hank. That is a tornado YouTuber. I don't fucking know. Here we go. I'll figure it out later. How about a chili dog for my favorite nephew? Sure, Uncle Chuck. Don't be afraid, Sonic.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt right there. I was so close to putting in an angel joke.
From Evangelion? Or
No, because there's that whole thing where when an angel comes to man, it's like, be not afraid.
Be not afraid.
But I couldn't fit it in well.
You could have just said right here. How about a chili dog for my favorite nephew? Be not afraid, Sonic. I know what I look like on the outside. An angel.
Yeah. Ignore my 1,000 eyes. And geometry you don't understand.
Ignore my final boss from Earth Defense Force. But inside, I'm Uncle Chuck again. And I have something very important to tell you. We cut to Knothole Village, where Uncle Chuck is grilling up some chili dogs for the freedom fighters. Sonic starts eating a chili dog, while Uncle Chuck relays the information he learned. I want to point out that Uncle Chuck and Sonic have walked back from Robotropolis, and Uncle Chuck has grilled up plenty of chili dogs. Actually, you're right. I never acknowledged that before. They straight up were in enemy territory, and he was there just chilling and sulking, having a depressive episode. It's the fact that this goes into my critique, and we're already here, so I'll just interrupt, is that it's kind of unceremonious how they bring him back.
It's fucking insane.
So, all right, yeah, I'll just go into it. Is that Uncle Chuck, his whole purpose as a character is to be is a personification of Sonic's greatest failure and a goal, like holistically as a character, like emotionally. Like here's I'm assuming that's his blood uncle, but either way, that's my family, literal family, who has become a monster turned into this horrible thing by Robotnik, an aberration of nature. Mm-hmm. Not even nature anymore. And that is my fucking uncle. And he is a slave to Robotnik. And it's all just kind of waved off here.
Yeah, two things. One, he is a hedgehog uncle, not a blood uncle.
Okay.
He's made of hedgehog.
Thank you, Nick.
Oh
yeah. Hedgehogs don't have blood. Yeah, they don't bleed.
I picture just like a ball of blood.
What the fuck?
Fuck, that actually distracted me. I don't remember what my actual point was. I had a real thing I was gonna say. Fuck.
Now you're just thinking about exploding.
This is what happens when you do really dumb fucking jokes.
This is Nick on Ritalin, by the way.
Yeah, this is me like concentrating good. My mind has never been sharper. Fuck, man.
Okay, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
I want to point out that Uncle Chuck and Sonic have walked back from Robotropolis, and Uncle Chuck has grilled up plenty of chili dogs. This is no time to be eaten, Sonic. Robotnik is trapped in a void. Another dimension of reality. I forgot. Another dimension of reality, and Stifley has taken his place. That was really out of fucking left field, Uncle Chuck. What's he gonna do? Jab us with his needle nose? Don't underestimate him, Sonic. The transdimensional transporter is like a new toy to Sniffly, and he's childish enough to use it.
Did I say something?
No, I don't know if you had intended this, but yeah.
Oh, the out of left field?
Yeah, it's out of left field. Also, the sequence of events that just happened is Sonic goes to Robotropolis to sulk over his uncle. His uncle casually comes up saying like, yo, what's up? And then like, yo, hey, Uncle Chuck. They go back to Knothole out of Robotropolis, and they just literally start a cookout in the middle of the woods. Mm-hmm. And then Sonic's like, yo, check it out. I saw Uncle Chuck at Robotropolis. And Uncle Chuck's like, yeah, no, we should head back to Robotropolis because like shit's about to go down. So they literally
No, it's even more fucked up.
Okay.
Because he starts doing the cookout. He waits until Sonic starts eating and then says, now is not the fucking time to start eating. We need to go back to Robotropolis.
What the fuck?
He literally waits until he starts eating. And he's just like, the fuck are you doing, Sonic? Uncle Chuck might be abusive. All I'm saying is that was a red fucking flag for me.
No, I don't think he's abusive. I just think
he's senile.
Yeah, they're just fucking dumb. Like Sonic is too ADD riddled, and Uncle Chuck is just a senile old fully robot hedgehog.
In Uncle Chuck's defense, I assume he hasn't had full consciousness for like more than a few hours.
Sure.
So like maybe he's like still trying to figure out how his robot brain works. But man, I was literally like, what the fuck, dude? Like you made him the chili dog, and then you were like, why the fuck are you eating?
Like, just imagine everyone's chowing down, and Uncle Chuck's just like hand in pocket. He doesn't have his hand in pocket. But I'm just imagining just casually hand in pocket, just grilling up chili dogs, and like, oh yeah, the world's about to end.
Guys, shit's fucked. I completely forgot.
It's gonna be like
guys, we actually really need to go.
Like, there's gonna be mass genocide in like 20 minutes if we don't fucking do this.
And it's soon. It's like it's about to happen.
What's he gonna do? What's Sniffly gonna do? Jab us with his needle nose? Don't underestimate him, Sonic. The transdimensional transporter is like a new toy to Sniffly, and he's childish enough to use it. Sally pulls out Nicole, a supercomputer that she has sent to herself from the future that I'm realizing in real time that the computer probably knows the history of the world, and I'm confused as to why they don't use the computer to tell them the future. Did you realize that mid-sentence typing this out? Mm-hmm. That's funny. With all factors considered, the most likely result would be the complete and total destruction of the planet. Everyone gasps. Buns immediately throws in the towel and says, sounds like a no-win situation, sugar. There's still a chance. Snively doesn't know I'm not like his other units. That makes him the I'm going into like fucking rotor territory here with this voice. What is this voice? There's still a chance.
Didn't we give him kind of like whatever we assumed like the Monopoly Man sounds like? Didn't we give him like Railroad Tycoon vibes?
Maybe.
I don't remember. This is why we need like a repertoire of our voices.
I only played Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Railroad was good.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I only ever saw the 1x1 box.
I had it on the Dreamcast.
Oh, nice. Shit. Okay. There's still a chance. Snively doesn't know I'm not like his other. You know what that voice is.
This is a really weird fucking choice. I mean, commit to it for this episode, but like we need to sit down and figure out what.
We'll do it at Haymarket tonight. There's still a chance. Snively doesn't know I'm not like his other units. That makes me the perfect spy. We cut back to Robotropolis, where we see Snively wearing Robotnik's uniform. Robotnik starts yelling from the void/monitor. How dare you wear the same uniform as me? Red's not even your color. Quiet, you transdimensional twerp. And take a look. Instead of trying to capture the freedom fighters and imprison them in the void, I'm going to attach a smaller transdimensional transporter to a bot plane. It will swallow up great sections of Mobius and the freedom fighters too. Tee-hee-ho-ho. Have you lost your microscopic mind, Snively? That device is too powerful to turn loose on the planet. It could destroy everything. You've become too chicken, Kucknick? No.
Cluck. There's an L.
I've been on the internet for too long. Cuck, I just want to say, cuck is so common of an insult now. It's insane how common that is.
My dad called me a cuck once.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old were you?
27.
Fucking cuck.
Yeah. No matter what number you were going to give, I was going to call you that.
This is an unhinged episode. This episode is so fun.
It's technically after dark, but I'm not drunk, so there's no reason for this.
We just haven't seen each other in forever.
Mm-hmm.
Happy new era. Happy new Bobby Schroeder era. Here we go. I'm not afraid to take big risks. That's why I'll succeed. Just then, Uncle Chuck walks into the room. Snively gives Uncle Chuck some blueprints and demands him and some robots build everything to his design. We later see Sonic running up to Uncle Chuck. Uncle Chuck instructs Sonic that he needs to stop the bot plane from taking off, while Uncle Chuck leaves to tend to another matter. Sonic starts running around the hangar when suddenly he is sucked up into the void. End of part 2.
I feel like I should explain the cuck thing. It was.
I know what cucking is.
Then I don't have to explain it. Okay. No, this is for the audience. I was doing a setup here.
All right.
What was the insult that Republicans used to use all the time?
That's a lot of fucking.
It was like liberal cuck, right? Or was it?
That is a common one. Yes.
Yeah. Right. My dad called me a liberal cuck.
Like straight face to your face.
Yeah. The funny thing is, my dad is like. So my dad's old.
Like 80s?
My dad was born in 49.
Holy shit.
Which isn't 80s. He's like 70s.
Yeah, late 70s
or something. Yeah. So I he's not reading liberal cuck in the newspaper. So I had to be like a fucking adult trying to figure out where like a child found out a bad word, because he said it and then I just like laughed in his face and then I was like immediately like, where did you hear that word? Which probably made my dad feel like a dumbass because I was literally laughing at him, but I was also like a parent being like, I need you to tell me who told you those words?
It had to have been from Facebook.
No, my dad was like looking at alt-right YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
I've walked in on him. I don't talk to my dad anymore. But I've like walked in on him watching like whitest cities in America to live in and shit like that. And I'm just like, okay, buddy. Let's talk about Sonic. What do we think about Snively wearing his mini Robotnik uniform?
It's pretty funny.
I think it's a good gag.
It's a funny the fact that if he becomes rotund because of it.
Yeah.
So it's like it implies that there's this outer frame on the costume, but
it makes it like a Mother from Futurama. Where do you think Eggman is like actually super? I'm sorry, Robotnik is like super skinny in his like.
That panel go up that diagonal panel where Snively's yelling at the monitor is really funny.
Yeah,
it's actually like low-key kind of cute. Like,
and I like how like the costume technically fits him, but it's still too big somehow.
Yeah,
and I think it has to do with the cape being on the ground and whatnot.
Proportions are all off. It's funny.
Yeah, I was serious. I don't know why they don't use Nicole to tell him the future. Because like it's got to have like a whole history. Like it's a computer from the future. It knows things.
Yeah, it was never wiped, right?
I assume not.
Is Nicole is just a giant MacGuffin used to conveniently explain things when they needed to.
Yeah.
So I don't like Nicole really all that.
Oh, much. I actually kind of despise Nicole.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe we could just do like a Sean Connery voice for Uncle Chuck? Can you do that? Do you have that in your like repertoire of voices?
Well, he never talks again, by the way.
Connery?
Oh yeah, he does. At least once. Okay. Let's find out.
Ooh, you're gonna do it on the fly. I like that.
The Return of Uncle Chuck, part 3. Oh, do we have anything else to discuss?
Nah, it's a middle.
Yeah,
part.
It's the middle of the.
There's not much to say. I don't think I said it in the thing. Sonic calls Uncle Chuck Unk, which is really funny to me.
That's it's not. I've not heard it too much, but Unk is a fairly not fairly.
I mean, among cavemen, yeah. I've
heard it before.
How many cavemen are you friends with?
One, looking at you.
Oh, he got me good.
By the way, I took a shower, tangentially related. I took a shower before shooting this episode at Nick's apartment, and I was using your soap. Mm-hmm. I'll Venmo you. I used
give me 30 cents, please.
I used the body soap, and then I was like, where the fuck is the hair soap? Oh.
There's beard soap.
I did see that.
Did you use the beard for your hair?
No, I was afraid what that was going to do to my hair.
Oh, it would have made it very sexy.
Okay. Yeah, it's.
I assume beard shampoo is very similar to hair shampoo. It's probably just the chemicals they use is better for the face.
Sure.
That's just what I assume. So I assume it would be fine for your head.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's just move. The Return of Uncle Chuck, Part 3. We open on Snively flying around the bot plane with Sonic trapped on the front of the plane.
I didn't describe that well.
So, trapped on the front of the plane on what appears to be a monitor like Robotnik is. So
yeah, that sentence was bad.
You can the people can see it if they're on YouTube. If you're listening to this only, it is literally a monitor, so transdimensional device in front of a jet, and then Snively did like a flyby and sucked up Sonic into that jet, and now Sonic is just on the monitor, trapped in the monitor.
Phantom Zone was the right thing. Like if you know the Phantom Zone thing from Superman, it's like a 2D image, and they're like trapped in it. And you can see them, and they can see out. Well, I don't know if they actually can see out, but it implies it on the in Superman the movie. And he like for some reason like bolted that to the front of his plane.
It's a smaller device that way he can suck them up immediately, avoid the middleman.
While since we've already derailed this whole fucking episode, what do we think about what I would consider maybe light Nazi imagery on the plane? With the lightning bolts.
Ah, yes.
Is that you're the Nazi expert?
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah. I became obsessed with World War II as a I think every kid kind of
Every autistic kid has
one war or one political.
It's either you're going to be into bridges, trains, or World War II.
It's absolutely true.
And it's like, and sometimes it's a little weird that you're into World War II. You're one of the cool ones.
Yes, it's something I figured out and was like, I can't talk about this with anyone, can I? Online, because they wind up being wearaboos.
Yeah, or they're in the Warhammer in World War II, in which case they're Nazis.
Yeah, they're fighting. The community's fighting back. If 10 years ago, absolutely accurate.
I'm saying the World War II guys that are into Warhammer are specifically Nazis.
Okay.
I'm telling the truth.
Look, the lightning bolt is not like an SS rune. So the Nazis used a lot of Norse runes, which is like the alphabet, Norse alphabet.
Did they use the Bluetooth symbol anywhere?
No, I think the Bluetooth symbol was created for Bluetooth.
No, I thought that was a...
Was it a Norse symbol?
Yeah, that's why I made the joke. But I might be wrong.
Nordic?
I'm kind of a dumbass.
That's okay. It's... yeah, I like it.
Just flash true or not, or false if I'm right.
Yeah.
Hey, Dominic in post here. So apparently, Bluetooth was named after King Harold Bluetooth, quote unquote, that's their nickname, Gormson, Harold Bluetooth Gormson, who was a king of Denmark and Norway around the late 900s. And this is all cursory Wikipedia parsing, so take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, he united the kingdoms in the north, between Denmark, Norway, and maybe even a little bit of Sweden, although it seems most of like Norway and around like Va. But regardless, the Bluetooth, as we know it today as wireless technology, according to Wikipedia, the Bluetooth wireless specification design was named after the king in 1997, based on an analogy that the technology would unite devices the way Harold Bluetooth united the tribes of Denmark into a single kingdom. And the Bluetooth logo consists of a younger fifth mark bind rune for his initials H and B. So the Bluetooth logo is runes, but it is like an amalgamation of two runes, which may be a modern combining of things. I don't really know, but that's for you to explore further if you want to. But that was just to put a cap on our conversation. Cool.
Okay, here we go. We cut back to I don't know what I said.
Jesus Christ, we're like an hour in, and this is a rough one.
We're in the last part. Okay.
No, there's another issue.
We'll cut it down. I've done in one day what Robotnik failed to do in his entire career. Take you out of commission permanently. This monitor allows me to communicate with you while you're trapped in the void. I assume you're impressed with me now, Hedgehog. Yeah, I'm impressed, Snivnose. You're even more of a sicko than Robotnik. So, I'm sick, am I? Perhaps you'd like a demonstration of my power. Observe the forest below. Snively points his plane downward and shoots a beam out, turning a once great forest into a barren wasteland. You demented dork! You're gonna wipe out the entire planet! Perhaps, but I expect your fellow rebels to surrender before that becomes necessary. The freedom fighters will never surrender, Snivler. Was that a Hitler? I just realized, was that a Hitler reference? No, I think so. I think he was just putting some attitude on it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was more of a like Twizzler.
I don't see how they can avoid it.
Got him.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that was the laugh. I was supposed to laugh, but I just genuinely
You
laughed.
actually did kind of do the yeah ha 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 ha.
We're keeping it. Just then, a laser flies past the cockpit. A bot plane is fired upon Snively. A bot plane is firing on me, but that's impossible, unless it's a trick of those wretched freedom fighters. We cut to Uncle Chuck. I can't stop Snively from using the transporter.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm laughing too much. I can't stop Snively from using the transporter, but I can minimize the damage he can do. No. I got a little more on it. He doesn't talk for a while. I got to nail this. I can't stop Snively from using the transporter, but I can minimize the damage he can do. How was that? It trailed off at the end.
You know what I'm going to say is I like... You did better in terms of a Sean Connery impression, but I like your half Connery as like the actual voice, if that makes sense.
How so?
Your attempt to be Sean Connery was its own voice, and I liked it.
As opposed to direct.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, 100%. Yeah, okay. We'll see if I can do it next time. A shadow is in the cockpit with Uncle Chuck. He speaks and says that if you can knock out his back thrusters... if you can give him some back shots, if you can knock out his back thrusters, it'll force Snively to land. Uncle Chuck shoots more lasers, and Snively, aiming for the back thrusters, he misses all of his shots. He misses all of his back shots. Mm-hmm. We cut to Sonic in the void, watching all of this unfold, helplessly. I gotta slow the Sniveler down, if only for a second. But how? My speed won't help me in this void, but I can still think fast. But I'm too tense to think. Gotta chill. Sonic starts thinking intensely. Chill? My chili dogs. Suddenly, a backpack appears on Sonic, full of chili dogs. He eats 2 dogs.
It says 2 dogs. That's direct.
He eats 2 dogs at once. Chomp. The sound of Sonic eating startles Snively, slowing him down. The sound of Sonic snacking startles Snively, slowing him substantially.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was a fantastic rewrite on the fly.
This gives Uncle Chuck the opportunity to shoot the back thrusters. He hits. They've knocked out my thrusters, so I can't go forward. I can only hover. Face it, Snivnose, it's all hover for you. Fool, I said I'm not afraid to take big risks, and now I'll prove it. I'm going to blow up this plane and the transdimensional transporter. When I do, everything within 100-mile radius, including the freedom fighters, will be sent into the void. For a bulbhead, you're pretty dim. You'll be sent into the void, too. Guess again, miserable hedgehog. This device I'll be wearing will ensure me a return trip, while you spend eternity with Dr. Robotnik. Ha ha ha! Just then, Robotnik crashes through the ceiling. But, how did you escape the void? The Uncle Chuck unit regained his free will and set me free. He knew it was the only way to save his beloved Mobius. I was in the bot plane and saw what you were about to do, so I decided to drop in. But in exchange for my freedom, I had to promise not to harm the freedom fighters or you, Snively. And this time I'm going to keep my word, so that we can spend many, many, many happy years together, while I make your life miserable. I do have one little request for you, Snively. Something I'd like you to do right now. If you don't mind, take off that uniform. How dare you dress like me? Take it off. Bend over. We cut to Knothole Village. We cut to Knothole Village a few days later. Uncle Chuck is grilling chili dogs for everyone in Knothole Village. Welcome home, Unc. Don't worry, we'll change you back to your old self soon. Only want to change one thing, Sonic. This apron. You've had enough chili dogs today. Everyone laughs in unison. The end.
It's another
everyone laughs. Freeze frame moment.
Yeah. That's like issue 29 also, right?
It's a lot of them.
They've been doing a lot of freeze frames.
Any art book, any penciled thing, he usually winds up there.
Well, 2 things. One, what do we think about and I'm not gonna say two things. What do we think about this issue?
The whole point of this was to just bring
story.
Yeah, the whole point of this story, thank you, was to bring Uncle Chuck back and reintroduce him into the cast. So they've kind of reached a compromise. Meta speaking, we've reached a compromise for the character where the character is now part of the crew back in Knothole with the freedom fighters. However, he is roboticized, and now they need to effectively cure his ailment.
Do you think he's going to be like a permanent resident, or do you think he's just going to be in like the next 5 issues and then he's just a goner?
Well, considering he's more of like a support role for the gang, he's like a morale guy. He's there for Sonic. He's there specifically for Sonic as a character. Like that's his function.
Do you think he's like in it as much as Antoine is?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
So
because that's like core. They're able to do operations together. They're able to.
But like Antoine's barely fucking in this thing.
That's like in this story or just in general?
Just in general.
Just in general, yes. But
he comes in for like a throwaway gag. Like in this issue, I didn't
How
put
they're
it
writing
in.
him? Yes, correct. Yes.
I didn't put it in the issue, but the only time Antoine showed up was when Nicole was talking about the destruction of the planet. Antoine's like, I'm allergic to the destruction of the planet, and he starts trying to run away.
Yeah.
And that's a throwaway gag. And I'm like, okay, is that Uncle Chuck? Does he just come in for like a single panel every issue and is like, hey, chili dogs?
Maybe. I mean, he's literally Sonic's like father figure, right?
Yeah.
So he is going literally figure. Anyway, he is there to provide moral support for Sonic. So yes, I think he's not going to, he should not, I don't think he should show up as often, honestly. He comes in when Sonic is at an emotional low point, and then, like in the background, cooking for the group. He's the group cook, effectively.
I mean, Knothole Village needed a chef.
Yeah. But in terms of character function, he's there for Sonic at his low points. I think that's what it's going to be. He's going to be there for Sonic at his low points, emotionally. Maybe advice, fatherly advice, talking about like love and enemies and all that stuff, trust, all that. Any emotional thing, it's going to fall, because as we've proven here, as we've seen, Sonic is a very young adult, and if an adult even. So that, I think that's what his function is going to be.
Do you remember how, what was it, last Gotta Talk Fast or 2 Gotta Talk Fast ago? I was like, do you think they kill someone?
Oh, do you think they're going to kill Uncle Chuck?
He'd be perfect.
Yeah.
He's literally perfect. Because think about it. They already do the whole fucking thing without him. So what you do, this is what I would do if I was the writers, is we were actually given this golden opportunity, which was to have Uncle Chuck as like a character. Like he's like established. He people know him, right? But he's not really in the comics. So everyone's kind of used to how the comics operate without him. I would have Uncle Chuck be in the next like 10, 15 issues and then kill him.
Okay, yeah.
That way that's enough to get people to like enjoy him, like actually really like appreciate who he is. And then you can kind of understand both Sonic's pain and the Freedom Fighter's pain if and when he dies.
I hope...
hope he dies?
No, I think that if we're gonna go that route, I like that route. I like it emotionally. I think it'd be cool if he died while trying to fix him.
That's dark.
Yeah, and maybe he doesn't die.
Then Rotor becomes an alcoholic, because Rotor's going to be the one that's going to be doing the... That's true. He's just like, how do I deal with the... You want the dark side.
I want tragedy. I want some Silver Age goodness.
And that's when Tails becomes the mechanic.
Yeah.
Because Rotor is an alcoholic, and he can't. He's technically like more gifted than Tails. He is a true genius, but because of his alcoholism and like he can barely get him out of bed.
Now he's a troubled genius.
Yeah, exactly, and he's doing a lot of hard drugs. Like they'll walk in and Rotor's got like a rubber band around his fin.
Ooh.
Spoons everywhere.
Starts listening to jazz. Yeah.
He's going into like the dark stuff. He's doing
Starts listening to Charlie Parker. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, what's the Witch's Brew?
Bitches brew.
Or Bitches Brew. Yeah. That's when you know you're in deep.
Yeah.
I'm
That
right,
nonsense.
right?
Yeah,
Am I
it is
right?
Bitches brew. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is it's just a pun on Witch's Brew. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, it was whatever. I think it was messy with all this cockamamie.
It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
It's like absolutely insane to introduce the like kind of main drive. I mean, we already called it out earlier in the issue. This is to get people to listen to the episode instead of just jumping to our analysis.
Yeah.
We did a lot of analysis in the episode this time, so good luck.
Mm-hmm.
We won't do that again. But yeah, it's absolutely insane that like this huge character is just like, hey, I'm back. Let's go get some chili dogs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Build the memories you're going to remember when he dies.
yeah, right. I mean, I feel like it has to be addressed. Why does he get consciousness?
So,
I have a theory. I already have a theory, but I want you to go.
well, are you talking about like meta, like for the character, like in universe?
In universe.
It's a good question. I don't know. It's like a knockoff effect to this transdimensional transportation.
King Acorn. It's the trans-dimensional rift thing that it entrapped King Acorn.
Yeah.
He couldn't get out or anything, but he could like, I don't know why, he could do something to make it so Uncle Chuck is normal. Some fucking shit Sonic universe. He has the power of
Love. I don't know. Yeah.
the love emerald. Yeah. He used all the love of the Chaos Emeralds to give Uncle Chuck consciousness.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying the thing happened with the transdimensional thing, and then literally the next thing was Uncle Chuck getting consciousness.
By regular standards, it's a stretch, but by Sonic standards, it sounds scarily accurate as to what might happen.
It sounds like it'd be sounds like exactly what happened.
Okay, we'll find out.
I'm very.
And we've not read ahead. He's just. He's putting his money on it.
I would never. Or I would specifically say I'm biting my tongue so not to spoil things.
Okay.
So every theorizing is me just guessing.
Yeah. Let's finish out this issue because we got one more story here.
We sure fucking do.
Who Keeps Stealing My Chaos Emeralds? Script by Paul Castiglia. Penciled by Pat Spaziante. We got Spaz back. All right.
I'm just going to say up front,
Incredible.
Yeah, this is an incredibly drawn issue. So Spaz is either like fucking spitting game or like really miss. But this one, I think, is drawn so fucking well.
It's got way more structure than the first time we saw him with the Amy issue.
I love, except I think Buns and Sally look a little weird.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Yeah.
But ignoring that, I think everything looks fucking top tier.
Yeah, me too. It feels modern. Honestly, it feels way more modern than this '90s cartoon stuff we've been getting before, which has a charm, but I think it dates it. This feels timeless, frankly.
Yeah. So Spaz, real hit or miss for me because I really hated that one that he did.
Okay.
But this one is fucking great.
Who keeps stealing my Chaos Emeralds? My computer surveillance system has recorded the culprit on tape, but his identity is obscured by the shadows. It looks like an anteater. Bah! Coconuts, go to my secret island base and protect my remaining emeralds. And don't dare make a monkey out of me, you primitive primate. Coconuts goes to the island and sees from the distance that the thief is heading for the Chaos Emerald Cave. He reassures Robotnik that he'll capture the thief. Coconuts has laid traps down that his coyote friend lent him. We see the shadowy figure standing on an X between two boulders with ropes tied to them. Coconuts has rigged the boulders to smash on the thief once some candles have burned through the ropes. The thief stands on the X for a little bit, inspecting it, then keeps heading deeper into the cave. Coconuts is beside himself. He stands on the X trying to figure out why the trap didn't trigger. Just then, the candles finished burning through the rope, smashing Coconuts. We cut to further into the cave. We're at what Coconuts calls the breakaway bridge. Just a little extra weight and it's going to collapse, causing the thief to fall to certain doom. The thief crosses with no issue. Coconuts goes to the bridge to inspect it, and instantly the bridge falls apart, making Coconuts fall to the bottom of a cavern. We cut to even deeper in the cave, where Coconuts has left an emerald on top of a spring. All the thief has to do is pick up the emerald, and the spring will fling them into the ceiling. The thief picks up the emerald and wanders off. Coconuts walks to the spring and is launched into the ceiling. We cut back to Robotropolis. Robotnik angry at Coconuts. You nincompoop! Not only did you fail to catch the thief, you never even caught a glimpse of him! You've thrown a monkey wrench into the whole works! Not even that wrench can help you now. We cut to Knothole, where we see Sonic, Tails, Sally, and Buns getting ready for a charity dance. Buns has 2 Chaos Emeralds, one as a ring and one as a necklace. So, Sal, you think these emeralds will be a hit at the dance tonight? They'd better be, after all the chaos you went through to get them. I would like to take this moment to reiterate that we have already learned in Tails Mini Adventure issue number 3 that the emeralds have ultimate power. Civilizations have worshipped these stones, and the stones have destroyed civilizations. Buns is wearing 2 of them. Pretty baller move from Buns.
Yeah, but I think canonically that makes Buns the coolest fucking character.
This is a one-shot.
It is a one-shot.
It's one-shot energy. One-shot energy. Yeah.
I fucking hate the contraption for the first one with the boulders.
Makes no fucking sense.
It makes no fucking sense. It's 2 boulders on ropes, and he decided to put candles, and when the candles burn through the ropes, it crashes, but there's nothing to trigger it. So I don't know why Coconut is clearly, I was right not to back him in the fucking
let's go back to that.
The rising of which Mobian,
the successor.
The successor, thank you, because he's clearly a dumbass, because there's no way this would ever work. There's nothing. I'm sorry. It actually pissed me off. I got up and I'm like, I'm done writing right now. I gotta breathe. I gotta go get some water.
I could do the faintest of a defense and say that he timed it perfectly so that when
that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
And it's such an easy fix. You just have it so it's like a trigger panel that
which you already did.
Yeah, technically it'd be doing it again. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. But
you don't have to do it once if you fucking did it.
Well, I mean, yeah. There's nothing much to really say about this one.
This is a gag comic, and it's not. I don't think it's canonical because, it's insane that they got the Chaos Emeralds.
This implies that Robotnik has multiple Chaos Emeralds just hanging out on a random island, not in a secure bank vault in Robotropolis, surrounded by Indiana Jones style traps. Which is actually kind of cool.
It's cool, but it doesn't make sense. It also breaks lore because it's
it makes no fucking sense. Garbage comic.
Have we had a story? Yeah.
I do really like the fact that he looked at the shadow of Buns, and it's a very clearly Buns. And he's just like, I don't fucking know.
It's an anteater.
He knows what, 8 people who are
It's also the easiest silhouette because it's a half roboticized animal.
Yeah, you could tell from the Mega Man legs that it's fucking Buns. Even if the whole bunny ear thing was kind of, granted they purposely do it in a way where it's maybe it's a bird.
No, it's fucking bunny ears.
Come on.
How do we feel about the last panel with how Spaz drew them?
He's a furry, right?
I think anyone who works on this comic is automatically a furry.
Okay, yeah, because I got the vibe he wanted to fuck Buns.
Who doesn't?
Okay, if we're being real. The proportions are weird.
It's the laugh of a man who's definitely a furry.
Oh yeah. The proportions are weird. I don't like it. They're too tall. I think that's what it is.
Well, it's off-putting because in the previous issue, it's regular proportion. It's proportions that we're used to. This is more realistic, and she's posing like very like angular.
Yeah. I respect taking a swing. I just think he missed, you know,
Okay.
a swing and a miss.
I'm neutral on it. It's fine. This is a gag comic. It's literally Roadrunner.
Yeah.
They specifically mentioned the coyote. It's Wile E. Coyote. The kids will never know what Wile E. Coyote is because they canceled and scrapped that movie.
Yep.
Even though it was already done.
That's, hey man, when you make more money scrapping a movie than releasing it, that's a sign of a good society.
100%.
You know what?
Let's get out of here, Nick.
You know what else is a good sign? Us ending this episode. And that's the issue. Only 385 left to go. I'm Nick. I stream at twitch.tv/Mojosaurus, and my personal blue sky is at Mojosaurus.
And I'm Dominic. You can follow my jazz and people power adventures in Chicago at Blue Collar Jazz. Like I said, I just covered May Day, so I get some exciting stuff there. Some cool. The cinematography that we do here has influenced me greatly out on the streets.
Everything is rule of thirds now.
Everything is rule of thirds, 100%, because I keep the grid on my phone.
That's kind of a joke for us from the very beginning, because Dominic kept on like filming things, and
Center,
I'm like,
yeah.
no, stop filming things center.
My personal blue sky is at Dom Guan.
You can follow us at socials. I Gotta Talk Fast. TikTok is Gotta Talk Faster. We also have a video version of the podcast where you can follow along with our panels. Watch our handsome faces. Sorry,
You gotta read it. You gotta read it. You can't just speed through it. Yeah.
No, I normally do. My mind was on something else.
Okay.
Which is what I'm about to say. I don't remember what director said it, but it was just like, all right, imagine you're filming a horizon. Shooting just the horizon, dead center, boring. Shooting a horizon where it's in the top third, interesting. Shooting horizon where it's in the bottom third, interesting. Shooting just dead straight on, unbelievably boring.
Okay.
We also have a video version of the podcast where you can follow along with panels and watch our handsome faces. You can write in on the show at sonicgrams@gottatalkfast.com, ask us questions, provide corrections, and give us your opinion on this week's issue. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and remember, when life keeps going fast.
You really do need a script. You gotta talk fast.
My phone is literally in front of it, so I can't see it.
Just get through it.
I love you.
Gotta talk, gotta toast.
Gotta Talk Fast was written by Nick Folkerts and edited by Dominic Guanzon. Intro and outro themes recorded by Dominic Guanzon. Gotta Go Fast originally composed by Norman J. Grossfeld, Joseph Garrity, and Russell Velasquez.
Gotta talk, gotta talk. Fast. Gotta talk, gotta talk. Fast. Gotta talk, gotta talk. Fast. Gotta talk. Gotta talk. Fast. Gotta talk. Fast. Gotta talk. Fast. Gotta talk. Fast.